In this video, I'm going to show you a complete Web3 tool for blockchain. One platform, one click, and you set up and you deploy your token, you add liquidity, you have the pre-sale, if you want to lock tokens, you can do that. If you want to, list your token on exchanges, if you want to have influencers promote it, if you want to use any sort of service when it comes to deploying and promoting the token, everything is offered in this platform, and it's so simple. It costs so less compared to what you would be paying for all those developers to do the same thing. It takes a few seconds to do that here, but otherwise it will take you days, weeks, and months to be able to do the same thing. So today we are looking at a platform called TOKOCLICK, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how this works. I'm going to deploy my very own token that will be for testing only. And I'm going to show you guys how you can create your token, how much time does it take, and then we're going to go ahead and look at how you can add liquidity, how you can have pre-sale for it. We're going to take a look at the locking system, and we're going to take a look at how you can get your token listed, how you can hire influencers. I'm going to show you guys the entire process in this video, and you will see how easy and seamless it is compared to what we have traditionally. So first of all, let's go ahead and discuss the major problem that we get when we are developing a project in the Web3 space. For this, let's go over to the whiteboard. So here is the value proposition of TOKOCLICK. Developing your own Web3 project is a multi-step process, and every step takes time and it takes money. So when you start, obviously you start with getting the idea for your project. The next step is that you want to turn that idea into a project, into a token, but you can't just jump from idea to token. What you do is you go for a search where you search for developers, people who will develop your project, your website, and essentially your token. Once you find these people, the next step is to come up with the suitable budget and allocate it to those people so they can actually develop your project. Once you provide them with the budget, which by the way, it can be maybe $2,000, it can be $3,000. That is minimum that we are talking about. That is minimum that people charge to develop a website or develop a token. This is just the fees that you will be paying for just deploying the token. And once you give them the budget, the next step is to wait for them to actually develop the project, to deploy the token. So in every step, it's taking more time, it's taking more money. And once that is done, you get your token. Now it doesn't just stop there, because once you have this token, there are newer steps involved here. For example, you have to add liquidity. You have to list the token on exchanges. You have to hire influencers to promote your project. If necessary, you also have to do some lockups of the liquidity pool or team allocation. And all these different processes, they require a higher budget, and you have to wait more. So it makes it really difficult. Now here's how this process becomes much more easier when you use TOKOCLICK. So again, you start off with getting an idea for your project and for your token. But instead of going through this entire process of searching, allocating budget, waiting, and then more time and money for all these different processes, what you do is you go to TOKOCLICK. Link will be in the description. And using TOKOCLICK, this is just like, it requires a few clicks. I would say just one click, and you turn your idea into a token. And here it is costing you thousands of dollars for all these different processes. You have to wait. Here, it's done instantly in seconds, and you're paying maybe $50 or $100 for this entire thing. And I'm gonna give you guys a discount coupon that you can use to lower this amount. So Now you don't have to go for searching for budget allocation to wait and spend thousands of dollars. You use TOKOCLICK, spend maybe $50 or $100 and turn your idea into token. And afterwards, you can do all these things within the platform. You can add liquidity directly from the platform. You can list your token. You can do the lockups. You can hire influencers. You can connect to D apps. I mean, it has a bunch of different services that they offer, all within this one platform. So let's go ahead and take a look at it by ourselves. So now that we have understood the problems that we have and how TOKOCLICK is offering the solutions, let's go ahead and take a look at the interface itself and how we can get started here. So when you open up the website link that will be in the description, this is the page that you are going to see. Now you will get the option to sign up. That is up to you if you want to sign up. You will see the option of creating your token here. You can also add liquidity, pre-sale. We're going to get to these parts afterwards. The first process is to create token. Now this is pretty amazing. It says create and deploy your own crypto token instantly, no coding required, which otherwise, as we are pretty aware, all these different tokens, or the blockchain, they have their very own language, and this language can be different in different blockchains. If you're talking about Ethereum, it is Solidity. If you're talking about Solana, it is Rust. If you're talking about Cardano, it is Plutus. And just like this, we have dozens of these languages. So when you're deploying token, you have to choose the developer that knows that language. If especially if you are dealing with smart contracts. And moreover, every token is different. They have different tokenomics, they have different functions. Like you can have a token that have a reflection mechanism where it rewards those holders with newer tokens. You can have buyback function in there. You can have an option to automatically add liquidity from the fees. So you have a bunch of different tokens and a bunch of different mechanics. Here, you can have all these functionalities and you can create a token depending on your need, depending on what you have in your mind, without needing any experience in coding or any prior knowledge of blockchain. So when you click the option for create your token, you get this interface. Here you can choose from different token types. So you have the standard token, which will be a simple ERC20 token, which will have a fixed supply. There will be no tax on it, full ownership, and it will be mintable to any wallet. Now, this is in a way like the Pepe token and the Pepe forks, where we have no token is deployed. It's an ERC20 token. It is going to be just like that. Then you have another token that is liquidity generator, which will have the auto liquidity function. So when people transact with this token is used, there will be a portion of fees that will be incurred in every transaction, and a portion of it goes to the liquidity. It is, of course, there will be a tax fee on transactions. There will be a charity wallet, so part of it will probably go to charity, and there is decentralized exchange integration. Then we have baby token that rewards holders in chosen token, so holders receive dividends or reflections. We also have the auto liquidity function here, and we have marketing wallet, and we have a buyback baby token type, in which there is again a fees on transactions, and that fees is used to buy back and burn the token to make it de-inflationary. And we also have reflection here, we have marketing wallet, and we also have auto liquidity. So it depends on your need, which one do you want to go for. For this video, for demonstration, I'm going to go ahead with the standard token, the ERC20 token. So just click on create standard token. Now this is where we are going to add the logo for our token, the banner for it, where we can provide a description for it. And this is where we get the option to add our socials. Like if you have created a website for it, add it here. If you have social media channels for it, you can add it here. But since we are just testing, I'm not going to add it here. So I'm going to go ahead and add a logo and banner for my token. So I have added the logo and the banner. Of course, this is just for testing, and we can add a description for it. So once you have added the logo, the banner, the description, and the links, click on continue to token parameters. Now this is where you're going to select your token name. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say test token, and I'm going to use the token symbol TT, 18 decimals, and I'm going to put the supply to 1 billion. And this is where we're going to add the wallet address of the owner and where all these tokens will be sent to. So here I'm going to add my address. Once that is done, click on continue to deploy. Now this is where you can choose the chain that you want to deploy these token to. I'm going to go ahead with BNB. Now there is a deployment fee of 0.15 BNB. That is about, I think, $80, which compared to the amount that you will be paying to programmers or developers, that will be thousands of dollars. Here it's just $80. Now I'm going to give you guys a discount coupon that will be in the description. And if you use it, you are going to get 50% discount. So usually it takes like $80 to $100. And after using the coupon code, it will come down to $50. So in $50, you can deploy your very own token, which otherwise will take you thousands of dollars. So make sure that you use the coupon code that is in the description. Now click on deploy token. It says uploading images to IPFS, the image of the logo and also the banner that we gave it before. Now, as you can see, the token is created. So once you have created the token, copy this contract address that we have, open up your wallet and go to the account for which you gave the contract address to when you were creating the token. And in here, you will go to the manage tokens and you are going to add a custom token, select the chain. You're going to paste the address and click on add token. Once it is added, again, you are going to go to manage tokens. Now paste the address here and you're going to enable this. Once you enable this, you will see the tokens in your wallet, which in this case is 1 billion tokens, TT tokens. Now you can further check this in the BSC scan for further confirmations. So if we go to the BSC scan, this is the very transaction in which the tokens were created and I received these tokens in my wallet address. So this is my wallet address and here the tokens were created and they were transferred to my address and I received the entirety of the supply, which I mean, we can see that in our wallet. So we have these tokens. You can further check on the token tracker. We have this test token, the TT token that is created. So when you create the token here, which I mean, you can see it only took a few seconds, the token is live. It is public on chain and we have received the entire supply in our wallet address. Now, once this is done, you already get the option to launch your pre-sale. So when you click on it, it's going to take us to a new setup where we are again going to select the chain, which in this case is going to be the BNB chain. And we are going to add the token contract address for which we want to have that pre-sale. So I'm going to paste the token contract address. It's going to show the token ticker, the token name, the decimals. Click on continue to sale parameters. Now this is where you are going to enter the name for your project, when the sale is going to start, when is it going to end, the tokens that you want to put up for sale, and what price for the token that you want to set, what the listing price that you expect the token to have, and the maximum allocation, a maximum amount that a wallet can actually purchase or hold, and the minimum allocation. And once that is done, you can select the amount of percentage of the raised funds that you want to put to liquidity. So you can select that amount here. And once that is done, you are going to click on continue to metadata. So I'm going to put all these instructions right here. So once you have put in all the information, click on continue to metadata. Here you are going to put the same, the logo and the banner and the description for it. So I'm going to do that right now. Once you have put in the information, including the website and all the socials, click on preview and deploy. Now this is where you are going to review. And once you have reviewed that every information here is correct, you're going to go ahead and launch it, pay the fee. Once that is done, the pre-sale will go ahead and it will start at the time that you have selected, and it will be over by the time that you have selected, and everything else will be automated there, so you don't have to do anything else once it launches. Now, of course, this is for demonstration. I don't actually want to launch the pre-sale because this is just for testing, and I know people do get crazy. They start investing, and I don't want that on my hands. So this is how you can create your token and you can have a pre-sale for it. And in the pre-sale, you have the option that, the amount of funds raised that you want to put into liquidity. So you have that option here. You also have that option to do that, outside of that. So we have the option to add liquidity. Now here you can add liquidity in one click and you can enable seamless trading on decentralized exchanges. So once your token is launched and you can go ahead with add liquidity. Now, when you go there, It says provide liquidity on any V2 decentralized exchange across supported EVM chains, and a small 1% platform fee will be applied. So here we're going to go ahead and select the blockchain. Since in our case, we deployed it on the BNB chain, we're going to select BNB chain, and we are going to select the decentralized exchange here, which I mean, PancakeSwap is the most popular. So we're going to go ahead and select PancakeSwap V2. Now we have two options here, two different pairs. Of course, the recommended is the BNB and also plus the other token. That is what we go for. You can also have another token plus your token. You can pair it, but obviously BNB plus token, that is what's recommended. So here you are going to add the token address for your token, and you are going to put in the amount of token that you want to put into liquidity here. And you are going to select the BNB amount that you want to pair that with. And you are going to select the slippage tolerance, and we're going to go ahead with the preview. Again, it will show you all of the information. You're going to confirm it that yes, the information is correct, and you are going to go ahead and add liquidity. So again, just a few step process. It takes a few seconds to add liquidity. So we have talked about how we can create our token, how we can have a pre-sale for it, how we can add liquidity. All these parts are, they take more time, they take more money if you are having someone else to do it. And if you have developed your tokenomics in a way, you have your team allocation, marketing wallet, and so forth, and you want to prove it to your audience that they are locked and people cannot withdraw, they have vesting periods on them, you can add that here. You can add token locks on, on the LP, on the liquidity pool, to gain trust of your audience, of your community. And that is something that you can do here. You don't have to go and have any third-party platform do that for you. You can easily do that here. And the final process is service listing. Now, this is a platform where all these people that provide their services in the Web3 that are either influencers or developers or graphic designers or video editors or different press release websites that publish, promotional content for projects, they list their services here along with D-apps and decentralized exchanges. They all list their services here. So when you want to, list your token on different decentralized exchanges, when you want to list your token or have your token be promoted on press releases or have influencers talk about it on their channels, you can easily hire those services here within the platform. And that is an amazing option that you get here. That means that you can start with the token creation, add liquidity, have the pre-sale, lock the tokens, and then go ahead and publish it, go ahead and promote it, go ahead and get it listed for more, investor exposure. You can do all of that within one platform in just a few steps and with minimal fees, which otherwise you will be paying thousands of dollars. And of course, if you are someone who have your own service, you can list it here and you will get clients and customers. Now you can actually see all the recently created tokens. This is the one that we just created. And these are all the different tokens that people are creating. So you can check everything here. You can also check the latest services that people are listing here. And you can also see all the different, all the, current performance of the overall market. So this, I think, is an amazing platform that is going to save you a lot of money and a lot of time. And you can do everything here by yourself, which I think is something that anyone, that is in the Web3 space that is planning on developing their website or deploying their token, I think this is going to save them thousands of dollars and a lot of time. So I would highly suggest that you check it out for yourself. I'm going to give you guys the discount coupon that will be in the description, so you'll get even more discount on top of what you already are paying. So instead of paying thousands of dollars, you'll probably be paying $80 to $100, and I'm going to give you guys the discount coupon that will reduce that to 50%. So I think that's a pretty good deal. But as always, do your own research and investigation. I'm going to give you guys all the links that will be in the description. You can ask me any question that you have and I'll be happy to answer it. But yeah, this is the project that we have. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and I'll see you guys in the next video shortly. So stay tuned.